did my husband tell you about what we are and what we do?
If you want to say it again, that's okay. But so what we'll probably do is just kind of move down the line as we go, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely, we're here for you. So we're Twitch Game Night. Have you heard of Twitch before?
Yes.
Okay. So we want to make sure that you're aware that we are not Twitch employees. We have our own channel. We focus on board games, and what we normally do is play board games on stream in a way that allows our chat to interact. They play the card games, they play the board games, they make their decisions, they roll dice, and they really just feel involved, and they can play games that aren't on their shelves. So what we're doing here is allowing them to experience BGG.CON for the people who weren't able to make it. So can you tell us about your company and your games?
For sure, yeah. So we're Cryptozoic. We work a lot in board games, so what we've got going on is we've got a lot of deck builders. We're very famous for our DC deck builders. We've got several of those out. We're also branching out into collectibles as well. So we've got meeples, which are Everno's board game pieces, and we'll be showing those off as well, along with some of the upcoming games that we have coming out.
Awesome. Would you mind running through your games with us?
Yeah, for sure. Let's go ahead and start out with some of the upcoming games we got. Let me go grab a few of them, just so we can stay right here.
Absolutely, please. And do you want to come in a little bit more so I was just saying do exactly that. I was asking if you wanted to come in a little bit more so we're out of their way.
Okay, so the first few we're going to run through are Spyfall and Spyfall 2. So a lot of people recognize Spyfall. It's the classic party game. It plays up to 8 people, where one person's a spy. And what you're trying to do is determine who that spy is. And there's different ways of doing that. This is our Spyfall 2 promo pack. Oh, for sure, yeah. Go ahead and open that.
Are you sure?
Yeah. There we go.
You just played Spyfall too.
I'm sorry?
You just played Spyfall too. You played at BGM.
I did.
There we go. So we've got the, if you want to show that to the camera. So we've got the gaming convention location.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and see all these cards are the same location. Everyone will have the same location except for the spy. In Spyfall 1, there's only one spy. In Spyfall 2, there's 2 spies.
Oh.
And now it plays up to 12 players.
Okay. Do the spies work together in Spyfall 2?
The spies do not work together. They're working individually.
Okay.
And they can have individual victories on their own. Even if one spy is discovered, the game continues. Whereas Spyfall 1, the game would stop right then.
Okay.
So it's definitely something we're excited about. It's coming out early 2017. Definitely something to check out when it comes out.
Is that going to be on Kickstarter or is it a direct release?
Direct release, yeah. One of the ones, funny you mentioned Kickstarter. This was very successful on Kickstarter. A lot of you might recognize it. It's Train Heist. We're doing the full production version of it.
Okay.
So if you missed your chance on Kickstarter, don't worry, because we've got it coming up pretty soon.
Perfect.
Coming out early next year. Plays 45 to 60 minutes.
Okay.
It's really fun. It's kind of like a Robin Hood type game where you're robbing from the sheriff and giving back to the townspeople.
Is it cooperative or is it competitive?
It's cooperative, and you can also play versus.
Oh, that's cool.
It's versatile. It's a great game to play.
And it's for 2 to 4 players?
It is for 2 to 4 players.
Fantastic.
Right. So let me go ahead and take a moment to introduce Matt Hyra.
Yeah.
He's one of our...
You want me to talk about these games?
Definitely.
Just the brand newest stuff?
Hi, Matt. I'm Nicole. Nice to meet you.
Nicole.
Yes.
Great.
Isn't it fantastic that we all have these badges? I can just look
know,
over if I
it's
forget
so
something.
It's so easy. We're talking about just the latest and greatest upcoming stuff. Is that it?
Well, we're just trying to give our viewers a perspective of BGG.CON for those of us who aren't
great.
So anything you want to talk about, we're more than happy to listen.
Sure. So Master of Orion, this is a game originally in Russia, and we are bringing it to the United States.
Okay.
So it is based on the new Master of Orion video game, and it's a very cool world-building game.
Awesome.
Okay, multiplayer. There's combat. There's economies. There's everything else. Very fun.
How long is the gameplay on that?
Gameplay on this is about an hour.
Okay.
So
solid.
Not bad. It's not a gigantically huge long investment. It's a card game at its core. And that one will be out early, in a few months.
Okay.
Coming in late January is Batman, the animated series Almost Got Him card game, which is a werewolf variant, okay? It's a social deduction, but it uses poker hands to enable your special abilities at night, okay? Everyone has a public ability, or a public persona, one of the villains, one of the Gotham villains, but then everyone else also has a secret role. And you use those poker hands to enable your secret role at night. So there's a moderator called the dealer, and Batman is the werewolf in this game. So
awesome.
Yeah, but the poker, the drawing and discarding of cards gives you something to talk about, as opposed to a normal werewolf where you're just accusing people at random.
Okay, that makes sense.
There you go.
A little bit more strategy there.
They're very excited over the Batman game. They're singing the theme song.
Batman. Is that going to be coming to Kickstarter, or is it a direct release?
Not a Kickstarter, no, direct, and that's end of January. Yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit more about the Rick and Morty sign that I'm looking at? Because I do have a friend that is obsessed with Rick and Morty, so I'm sure he'd like to hear about it.
We have 2 different Rick and Morty games. The first one is called Total Recall. This is...
It's so detailed.
Okay.
You can continue talking if you
want. Sure. So, Total Recall, based on the episode Total Recall. There are a bunch of parasites that have invaded the Smith house, and there's 2 versions. There's a basic game and an advanced game. In the basic game, you're just trying to figure out which characters are parasites, which ones are real. Sometimes you do that by peeking. Sometimes you just take a shot in the dark because you have to start shooting eventually.
Of course.
75% of them are parasites, so a shot in the dark is not all that bad. All right. If you think you've killed all the parasites or you know it, you can end the game and reveal. And if any parasites remain, you lose. If you got them all, you win.
Is it
That's
more of
the
a party
basic game.
or is it?
Yeah, it's party game. It's kind of a party-ish. It's cooperative.
Okay. It is cooperative.
The advanced game is not so cooperative because you could be playing as a parasite, and you want to make sure that the parasites live. Okay, so you might lie to people about the information that you've gathered during the game in the hopes of parasites living. Because in the end, if any parasites are living, including yourself, the parasites win. But they probably have a chance to kill you if they get suspicious. All right.
There's not even words. I guess we're like dropping.
Are they freaking out?
Drop faces.
They're so excited.
Well, then this game should certainly get some jaws dropping. This is an 18+ rated game, so there's some definite PG-13 and rated R humor in this game.
That is awesome.
So it is from the Me Seeks and Destroy episode of Rick and Morty, and during the game you're going to draw request cards. Okay, these are things like take 2 strokes off my golf game, make me a more complete woman, or teach me the art of self-pleasure. Okay, so on these cards are dice numbers you need to roll, kind of like Yahtzee, but not so straightforward.
Okay.
So you roll your dice, you match them up, and if you complete the task, you score the victory points on the card. If you don't complete the task, then you press the button, and I'm not sure if it's going to pick up, but the button here, let me try to...
Is it a sound or is it...
Yeah, it's a sound.
Existence is pain to a measly Gary, and we will do anything to alleviate that pain. Just ask.
I can't hear it, but I'm sure they can. It's definitely a lot louder on the...
They might be able to. Yeah, so there's 16 different things that it says. And...
What are the retail price on both of the games?
So, retail price on Total Recall is $15. Super cheap. This game here is $40. So this one, if you don't complete the task, you draw a Me-Seeks, and the Me-Seeks may or may not help you complete the task. If you still can't complete it, you have to draw a dare. And the dares are either Rick and Morty related or kind of cheeky stuff like that. It might be hump the nearest wall for 30 seconds, or do an image search on your phone for the first thing that the other players shout out. Okay? If you... Yeah.
We would have a lot of fun with that.
This is certainly a party game. Now, if you do the dare, you get a victory point. If you don't do the dare, you don't get a victory point, and you're just trying to score victory points to a certain level based on number of players. So it's about a 30 to 40 minute game.
I think that our viewers are going to be extremely interested in that game. Is it available online?
It is available online, like Amazon.com. Yeah, for sure. Have we talked about Poker Assault yet? Oh, that's for...
And do you want to show? So these are the...
Oh, yeah.
So these are the... Oh, Anne is fangirling so hard right now. She loves Harley Quinn.
Oh, yeah, we got the Harley Hearts. We have Stolen Diamonds. And, of course, we have the bat symbols. And the last suit. We already saw that one. All right. More Harley Hearts. And finally, we have the last suit is Riddles. All right. Oh, yeah. And, of course, you have to have Jokers in there, too. So there's 2 Jokers in there, and they are wild cards. Wild rank, wild suit. All right. We've seen enough of those. That's cool. Did you show them Poker Assault?
Not yet. No.
Okay. Clear off this stuff. Yeah. While we go over this way.
Okay.
Oh, are you guys mobile?
Yeah, we're fully mobile if Anne wants to pay attention.
Get the games off the table.
So I don't know if we'll have time to sit down and play a game right this second, but we would definitely be interested in coming back if that's okay. If you're free, obviously.
We can show up.
And guys, don't forget to ask anything you want to ask. We're more than happy to listen to chat and ask the questions that you're interested in.
So, this game just came out last week. It is the Attack on Titan deck building game. Is this a good angle over here on the video? Okay.
And you can see, correct?
This is a cooperative deck building game using our Cerberus engine, which is the same engine that powers our DC Comics games, Lord of the Rings, Naruto, Street Fighter, things like that.
Okay.
So in this game, you are taking on the roles of the heroes, saving the day. I don't know if you guys want to shoot over here.
And do you mind moving the camera a little bit so we can get a shot of
take a peek at it.
Of how the table is set up so they can get an idea?
You guys want to sit on the other side of the table while you discuss the game?
Sure.
That way I can get you guys and the whole game in there.
You don't mind me just...
The goal's a little vertically challenged, so sometimes it's easier to get people sent in, but that's the same thing.
Vertically challenged, I'm sure.
Sitting down for a second?
If you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. I don't know if you can see the board over here. Maybe pan to the board and then pan back to us. So basically, there are 5 walls that you must protect on the board here. And each one of them has 2 little wall tokens on there. Those are basically hit points. So the cards that you can buy to improve your deck in this deck building game go on the inside of the wall, and any titans that appear will go on the outside of the wall. The titans do not get added to your deck like in some versions of deck building, but instead you just try to defeat them. These giant arch enemy titans have hit points and a kill score you need to hit.
Okay.
So sometimes it takes a lot of teamwork, but that's why it's a deck building game. It's a cooperative deck building game. In addition, there's a first player token here that you can use to really coordinate between the players. So it might help us to, for one particular player to go first versus another. So, and everyone plays as a particular hero. And the great thing about this game that makes it special is there's movement. So you actually move your character pawn across the board to either buy the items you wish to buy or move outside to go fight a titan. Okay? So cooperative, movement, and even character death can happen, but you're not out just because you die. You come back as a different character.
So what does this retail for?
This retails for $40, and it just came out last week.
Is it available online?
It's available online, yep, Amazon.com, yep, indeed.
Is there anything else you'd like to quickly go over?
One last thing is Poker Assault, and we'll give you a quick rundown on that.
Thank you for that. Going to show us Poker Assault.
I guess we'll hold the box. All right. So Poker Assault, this game just came out last week. It is only $20 for 4 original decks of normal poker cards, but there is text on a lot of the cards. So you will see cards that have assault, which means it gives you some bonus while you're on the attack. And then there's other cards that give you bonuses while you're on the defense. Okay? So the way that it works is you're trying to craft a poker hand by playing cards from your hand one at a time onto the table.
Okay.
And then you draw a new card. So you don't have to have a full house in your hand to actually make a good hand. You could start with nothing, and by drawing into it, actually a good hand put together.
So these are actually full decks of cards that you can play it as a normal deck?
They are normal poker cards, except for the special cards. There's also power cards, and these power cards, whenever you make a 5-card hand, like a straight or a flush or a full house, or a 4 of a kind, you get to draw a power card, and these are very thematic to your particular team. So Vampire Court has a lot of healing that it can do, blood sucking basically, if you want to show some of those.
Thank you so much, Randall.
And there's 4 different factions: the Vampire Court, the Wolf Pack, the Rocket Patrol, and the Invaders. And each one has a different theme. So the Rocket Patrol are very good. They have like the buddy system. They are very good at making pairs because they always have their wingman available. The Wolf Pack is all aggressive. They do a lot of extra damage when they get their attacks through because the attacker tries to make a hand, right? And the defender doesn't have to make a hand. They just have to block each individual card coming in, again, one at a time. You place your cards down one at a time. You can either block a card by playing a card of the exact same rank, so like an 8, any 8 can block an 8, or that 8 could be blocked by the same suit but a higher value.
Okay.
So an 8 of diamonds could be blocked by a 9 of diamonds or higher. Okay, you just block them one at a time, and any cards that get through do damage to the opponent. Each player has 10 hit points. It's about a 30-minute game.
Okay, awesome. Well,
there's even multiplayer to it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
All right.
We really enjoyed learning about all the games, and we'd love to come back for a quick demo if we have time a little bit later on.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Perfect.
All right, thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Randall.
Thanks so much.
Really, but I say goodbye. You've been awesome.
Bye.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks so much for showing us in the stream. You guys are awesome, and we can't wait to work with you in the future.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Yeah, if you don't mind. I mean, I don't know if you're okay.